back, bend your legs, feet flat on the floor. Doesn't matter what the arms are right now. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee. Then you're going to grab with both hands behind your left thigh. You notice my right hand has gone through the hole I've made between my legs. If the thigh's too easy, you can grab around the shin. Flex your right foot to protect your knee. And just breathe here. There's no effort in trying to keep this right knee open. Just breathing in, filling your belly. And breathing out, if you want to make it more intense, you gently draw your left leg in towards your chest. Try to lie not with your head falling backwards, but your chin a little bit towards the chest, as long as it feels good on your neck. Now we're just going to do 5 breaths here, but I like to set a timer for a minute sometimes, and just stay here for a minute. You can also relax the right foot if there's no pain in the knee, but then don't pull too hard. Breathing in and out. 2, 3 more breaths. Always trying to breathe deeply and breathe fully. It's an opportunity to take full breaths. We rarely do it throughout our day. Release the leg, uncross the legs. Take 1 breath, and we'll switch sides. So crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. Then I'm going to grab over the right knee, and then grab behind the right thigh. Again, if it's behind the thigh and it's too easy, you can interlace the fingers around the knee. Different sides, we have different tendencies. One side will absolutely be tighter than the other, most likely. Okay, I wouldn't say absolutely, but 90% possibility for most people. Once again, just breathing. You can direct your breath, which means breathe into the thigh, and the inhale, you breathe in towards the left outer thigh. That will intensify the stretch just subtly, and then exhale, you release, and you gently draw your right knee towards your chest. It doesn't even have to move. I say draw towards your chest because that's the direction it's moving, but it just has to be in that direction. It can move a centimeter, it can move 3 inches. It's not a big deal. We're not trying to get anywhere here, we're just trying to open up the thigh. Another 5 breaths here. Again, if you want to pull a little bit to increase intensity, pull is too strong a word, maybe just draw the thigh in. Flex the left foot to protect your knee, because sometimes we try so hard that we actually wrench our knee, and we've only got 1 set of knees for this lifetime. Even with surgery, you'd rather keep your originals, so let's treat them with a little bit of good sense. 3 more breaths. Full and complete inhales. Letting go, releasing the tension on the exhales. Breathing in. I feel my thigh. Breathing out. I release with pleasure. Last breath. Release the leg. Uncross the legs. You can windshield wiper a little bit from side to side to release tension you would have created. Sometimes when we pull too hard, the body will resist, and that will create more tension. That's a skill that we learn. back to center. Either come up from here or move into the next posture. Next posture we're going to do here, so I'm going to move a little further back. I'm going to make sure I have enough space to extend my leg. So a little further back. So I'm going to keep my left leg straight and then just draw the right knee in. Wind relieving pose, yes, if you need to. This will help you relieve wind, but also it's just going to create some space in the hip joint. So as you inhale, the belly rises, right? So the knee moves away from the belly. And as you exhale, as if you're helping the breath leave the body, pushing the breath out, just gently drawing the knee in towards the chest. Gently guide the knee. So I inhale, I keep doing this. I move the knee, my arms get straight, the knee moves away from the chest. And as I exhale, I gently guide the knee towards the right chest, not the right shoulder, right? Not the right armpit, not like out here to the side. I want it in line with my torso. 3 more breaths. As you continue to do this, inhaling, be very aware of what you're feeling in your hip. Your left foot is flexed so that left leg is working. You might be feeling that because we rarely flex our feet. Just make sure there's no knee pain or anything. If you have knee pain in your left leg, you can do this bent leg too. It's a very different experience. 1 more breath here. And inhale, release. Other side. So let's just bend the leg, grab around the shin, interlace the fingers so I don't have to think too much about gripping it, and extend that right leg out. I'm gonna flex the right foot, right? The straight leg foot is flexed. The left foot is relaxed. Inhale, I fill my belly. Exhale, I draw the knee in. 5 breaths total, that's number 1. So this side, I feel my hip, I feel my groin a lot, and I want to run away. That's okay. I'm just going to reduce the intensity. I'm not going to pull as far. I'm just going to really listen to the hip. As if pain is the body's language. But there are many types of pain, right? So we have to learn the nuances of it. There's productive pain, unproductive pain, sharp pain, numb pain. Yes, numb pain. Exhaling, drawing the knee in. Listening to the hip, understanding, learning the language. And when you learn the language, then you know how to work with your body. Well, that's not going to work. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, yeah. And that's when you get to the productive pain. Or the point of maximum potential. One more exhale. Inhale, release. And let the leg come down. You can bend both legs again. Stay here. Take a couple breaths and then come out, or move into the next posture. Next posture. Right leg straightens out. Left leg stays bent. Arms open, like shoulder height, arms straight. I'm going to bring the left toes just behind the inside of that right knee. Now, actually, one step before we go further. Lift your hips, move them a bit to the left. Careful not to wrench anything in the back. Now you'll start to turn towards the right. Perfect. Left toes come behind the right knee, and I just allow myself to turn. Shoulders stay on the ground. It's not about getting the knee down to the ground. Yes, that is the direction we're moving. but your foundation is shoulders on the ground. Without that foundation, you don't get the twist in the same way. Bring your right hand onto the outside of that left thigh. We're not pulling, we're guiding. An important distinction. So I'm actually drawing the skin of my left thigh. I'm just keeping the hand on the knee, but I'm drawing the skin of the left thigh towards the right. If it feels good, you can release the weight, hook the fingers in behind the knee, and just release the weight of the arm. We don't want to feel it in the joint, we want to feel it more in the body of the muscle. For a full twist, if it's available to you, you can look to the left. 3 more breaths here. We've been here for a while. Well, maybe we'll do a little more than 3. On the other side, we'll do 5 total, but I won't explain as much. Try to release any holding you're happening. You don't have to flex the right foot. Notice my palm is down. That's okay. It's best, in a sense, but you can also have the palm up if you're getting tingling in the arms. Try to position yourself in a way that gravity is working with you. I think you can release into the stretch, like fall with productivity. One more breath here. Release the leg, head turns up, inhale, leg comes to center. You bring your hips back to center, you lift them, bring them back to center, switch the bend, so I bend the right leg and I straighten the left leg. Now, if you had trouble using gravity, you might have to move your hips more. Okay, so we're going to move them the other way now. We're going to lift the hips, move them to the right, even enough so that you can start to feel like you're rolling onto the left. You open your arms wide, tuck the right toes behind the left knee. Left hand comes onto the right thigh. Remember, release the knee for a second, shoulders, foundation on the ground. If you have something close to the right hand, you can actually press and use it to keep your right shoulder rooted, but allow the knee to lift while you do that, and then reapproach. I'm going to look up for this one. I didn't really enjoy looking to the other side. My neck's not feeling great today. So I'm imagining as I breathe in that the right outer thigh is getting longer. Inhale. And exhale, releasing. Muscle fibers, they're like hooks, that hook onto U's, like a hook and a U, like your finger going through a U. And so they get locked, right? We're habitually locked in positions, or we're holding. So every exhale, I just imagine that these little hooks are letting go. And you can't force anything to let go. You have to invite it to let go. 2 more breaths. Maybe I'll try to look. That's okay. Exhaling. Then inhale, come up. I press the right foot down. I lift my hips up, come back to center, and then walk my foot in. Once again, take a couple breaths here. You can come out, finish the practice for the day, or for the moment, or go into the next posture. Next posture, we're going to do just a bridge. I'm going to take this block here. You don't have to have a block. Very helpful. It can be a foam block. This is a wood block. I like the stability of the wood. I'm putting it just above my knees between my inner lower thigh. And I'm squeezing it. I'm not squeezing it 100%. I'm going to say I'm squeezing it about like 50, 60% of my effort. One thing you want to make sure of, you can remove the block. Bring your feet close enough to the body that you can touch them with the index finger. If you can't, just bring them as close as you can. And then both feet are parallel, right? So my toes are pointing directly forward. Now I'm going to place this block. Adjust my feet so I feel like I can place, and the knees are stacked over the heels. I'm going to bend my arms, and I'm going to lift my chest so that I can get my shoulders under my body and then relax the chest back down. Now from here, I'm going to press the elbows down, root them down. This is my foundation. My feet are my foundation too. I'm going to lift my toes to feel more rooted into the ground. With elbows down and feet pressing down, I squeeze the block about 60%. Now, imagine the outer hips are going to lift and draw the rest of the hips with them. So on an inhale, I lift the outer hips and the rest of the hips come with them. I come to about my maximum here. Now from here, I'm going to push gently into the feet to start bringing my weight into the shoulders. Elbows are still rooting, feet are still rooting, and my sternum is lifting towards my head. Try to keep the top of your bum relaxed. Top of the bum relaxed, bottom of the bum gently engaged. Keep your throat soft. Keep your eyeballs soft. Yes, you can keep your eyeballs soft. Sometimes people try so hard it looks like their eyeballs are popping out of their head. That's too hard. So relax so it feels like your eyeballs are falling into the back of your head. Keep both feet planted evenly. Three. Shoulders planted evenly. 2. And exhale down. Take the block away. Take a couple breaths here. This is a great place to finish if you've done the other postures before. Or you can move into the next posture. Moving into the next posture, you're going to roll over onto your side, come up, move into child's pose. So we're doing a wide-legged child's pose. Make sure that you come to the back of your mat. Your big toes are going to touch, and I'm going to bring my knees as wide as my mat. Obviously, people have different bodies, so it might not be that for everybody. But that's a great place to start, and we usually don't want to go further than the mat because then your knees won't be supported. Now, I'm sitting on my heels quite easily. That's not available for everybody. We're just going to crawl and try and bring your head down. Okay? From here, the direction we're moving, there's always a center and a direction. The direction we're moving is that our bums, the buttocks, is moving towards the heels. Now, to help me do that, if I find my limitation, there should be no pressure in the lower back, so come up higher if there's pressure in the lower back. Head to the ground. If the head won't come to the ground, take a block, a big book, or a folded blanket, and put it under the head. Just breathe here for a moment. Try to feel evenly between both groins, like there's space in both groins. Filling the belly on inhales and exhales, releasing them. Now I'm going to remove the block, I don't need it.